It's about, quite literally, the combination of traditional face-to-face classroom learning with various kinds of online learning. So it goes by the name of blended or hybrid learning, and often the class can be divided, not necessarily just 50-50, but much smaller components could be devoted to online as opposed to the face-to-face or traditional classroom learning. To take, say, a class that meets Tuesdays and Thursdays, meet in the classroom on Tuesday for activities that work best face-to-face, so group discussion, presentations, maybe even the introduction of more complex topics in that face-to-face environment. And then the Thursday, instead of a face-to-face meeting, there might be online activities like basic kinds of research, web-based research that students would be doing, or even library research. Discussion boards that could be set up through Blackboard or other kinds of course management systems. And there's all kinds of other electronic or computer-based applications that could be used. So beyond simple discussion boards, there could be web building, social bookmarking, use of social media like Facebook or even Twitter for various kinds of assignments. We, myself, with the help of librarians Denise Cote and Jenny Poppy, we built a Second Life version of Wordsworth's famous poem Tintern Abbey. So that poem is very much about the place or the location that it occurs, and so it seemed like the perfect fit for this virtual environment where you could actually build three-dimensional sort of immersive spaces where students could walk their avatars around and interact with the space, but also with each other as they were experiencing the space. Well, I think the most obvious thing that they get is just that immersion in the 3D environment. So clearly we couldn't take a field trip to that location. So this might be the next best thing, in as much as you get a sense of kind of the scale of things in terms of very large structures, but also the very small spaces that Wordsworth talks about in the poem. And then the other aspect of that is not just for the individual student to experience the kind of spatial relationships that are happening in that space, but also to be able to communicate in real time with other students. And in fact, because it's a networked environment, you could have students in one location, like College of DuPage, for example, interacting with users from entirely different areas of not just the nation, but the globe, really. The opportunity to build certain kinds of components into the learning experience that can maybe tap into some of those interests and impulses that people have to use computers in interesting ways is just an opportunity to improve student engagement, to get people's attention.